Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at 4 or 5 brawlers which are secretly insane within this meta. So after playing a bunch of Team Power League and also Solo Power League, there's a few brawlers which are still pretty underrated by the majority of the player base. So before we jump into it then, make sure you're using the creator code. That'd be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's hop into it. Alright guys, jumping into the first brawler which I think is secretly insane. A lot of people are underrating Eve. So yeah, with Eve, she's an incredibly strong brawler in certain game modes, knockout and bounty in particular, but there's a lot of maps where she actually appears in the meta, the safe zone being one of them. Safe zone, she's a really strong brawler. Of course, there's a lot of water in the middle, so she's going to be able to just be in and around the middle pretty easily. And the main reason why I like her, again, because on this map in particular, on late picks, I'm talking on safe zone, normally people like to go like Carl, Daryl, those really aggressive brawlers, Fang as a late pick. Of course, Eve isn't counted out by that, so that's why she's a really strong brawler on safe zone in particular. But also that's kind of a running theme with Eve on every single map. The reason why she's actually pretty good right now is because she's one of the few sharpshooters which actually isn't easily countered by tanks because of her getaway gadgets. So if like a Fang, for example, wants to super on top of you, you can just use your gadget to get away pretty quickly, which of course, you know, at the front of it doesn't seem like the most obvious counter, but it just means that they can't go in every time because they're going to be wasting their super every single time. So that's why I just love Eve right now, especially when it comes down to literally any knockout map, any bounty map, you can pretty much play her. Of course, you're going to get more value out of her if you pick her on a map with a lot of water. So but you're doing surprisingly well considering we've got an Egg and a Spike on our team, but the pressure we're putting out alone is probably the main reason why we're doing so well. So I'm just going to waste a lot of ammo from these guys. Hopefully those hatchlings get onto the B. That's going to make B really weak as well. Of course, the super is going to be really good against single shot brawlers still. She's received a lot of nerfs from her previous form, but I think she's, as I said, secretly really strong. A lot of people really not actually knowing her potential, so hopefully that Spike super is going to finish it, and it does. So Eve, incredibly strong in this meta. Definitely try her out. I'd say she's near the top end for sure. Let's hop into the next one. Alright guys, jumping into the next brawler which I think is secretly insane, we have Gray. So you might be wondering straight away, well, I was calling Gray pretty overrated, and also he's pretty low on my meta ranking video, but I think in a sense why I'm saying he's secretly insane is because he still has that niche where he's strong on maps with a lot of walls. He's strong on Brawl in particular. I play a lot of Gray on Iron Corridor, which is in the Power League rotation right now, and he's really strong because he's got the gadget which can pull people through the walls. He's also got a super which will counter a lot of the meta brawlers which are like throwers. So I think Gray's secretly really strong, and of course he's that type of brawler, kind of like Carl, which you can pop off in one moment and create a game-winning play. So that's why I still pretty much like Gray, but I think for the most part, you know, I'm not saying he's like completely meta. I'm not saying to use him everywhere because he does struggle against aggro now that you can't just teleport in with your teammates every single time. But he's for sure kind of slept on right now. He's that forgotten brawler which of course wants to like be insane. I don't know how. Okay, that is just damn bad for me. I don't know why I auto aimed into a bush against a Surge. I don't know. I thought I would get that kill pretty easily, but as I was saying, like knockout, he's still actually really dangerous pick. Just because, again, like a good Gray that gets his super in time can be incredibly aggressive and get a kill so easily. So definitely don't underrate Gray in knockout. Of course, he does lack the range a little bit. So if you're looking to counter him, just go something that has a little bit more range. But the second, it's kind of like a Surge. The second you feed them super, it's pretty much over for you. So you can see here, I'm cycling my supers pretty well. And if I'm about to get my next super, I'm just going to pull this B just to deal a little bit more damage, and we should be able to score pretty easily right there. So Gray, by no means saying absolutely broken, go everywhere, but knockout, Brawl, maps with a lot of walls, he's definitely going to be still pretty strong brawler. So that is going to be great. Let's hop into the next one. Alright guys, jumping into another brawler which I think is definitely secretly insane. It is Byron. So Byron has received a big buff with the last changes, so I think this change is actually way better than I first thought. Just after trying him out myself, after seeing him a lot more in scrims, I think Byron is starting to go back to his former self. He's definitely really strong on gem grab right now, bounty and knockout. These are the game modes which he's incredibly strong on. I was literally playing some Byron on some Team Power League on gem grab, and I just thought he was really good. He's a really good counter to meta brawlers like RT, for example. So definitely try him out if you can. You know, unfortunately, these rats are just painful against me. Of course, it's going to be pretty hard to showcase how strong he is when I've got randoms on my team. But yeah, Byron, of course, like the perfect synergy brawler. You can pretty much play him with everyone, and a good Byron can still leave a really good impact on the game. So hopefully we can get our super in time here. don't know if we can stay alive. They just need one more gem if they pick up that one there, and then they're going to be winning, which is a little bit unfortunate. We're about to get our super here, so we should be able to kill the Ash. There we go. That's what I love about him, is the fact that he can go so aggressive with his super. Super is still going to be so game-changing. It's one thing I just absolutely love about him. So, going to pop the gadget right here. Nice kill from their M's. And we might be able to go aggressive here, because now Ash has got all the gems himself. We're going to pop gadget on the Rico there, just to get a little bit extra damage on him. And okay, looks like my Mortis is going to finally go down. And unfortunately, they just need one more gem to close things off. I thought we was in a really good situation there, but my team not really doing everything. I do get a super onto the Piper. Let's see what happens. Maybe my teammates are able to do something for once. So it looks like the Ash, I think, lagged out at the most inconvenient time ever. So got a little bit lucky there. Also, I forgot to mention, of course, he's really strong on, I've seen Knockout and Bounty. I've actually seen him played quite a fair bit in scrims like Bell's Rock, for example. I've seen a lot. I've seen him in Layer Cake. So he's definitely like a really good support brawler. I just wouldn't go him like everywhere like used to. Before, you could just play him in like every brawler map, every gem grab map. I think he's more so of a counter brawler, but at the same time, he's just really insane with his synergy. Definitely incredibly underrated by the general people. Let's hop into the final one now. Alright guys, and lastly for this video, the last brawler which is secretly insane, we have a Lola. So again, I think I put her in my underrated last time around, but I still think she's very underrated in the sense that she's just really good everywhere. I'm trying to show how good she is by playing her as a mid in gem grab. You know, she can definitely fulfill this role quite easily. You can see in this lane battle, I'm just shredding Vegeta, literally shredding him alive. So don't be afraid to go Lola even as a mid sometimes, especially with the gadget. You can make some really good plays, you know, of course, to counter like a gene pull as well. You can easily make that happen with a brawler like Lola. She's going to be able to counter the majority of mids really in gem grab, but the main reason why I'm actually playing her is because she's really strong on heist and not safe zone, and hot zone in particular. Those are the two game modes which she's really insane on, but I still think she's been slept on. Like a lot of people, you know, myself included, don't really like to go Lola because I don't know, there's just something about her I just always kind of forget myself, but just with the damage that I put out onto enemies, it's just absolutely insane. So I'm going to use another super right here. We've got all these guys pinned back, and it's literally just from the pressure that I've put out in the mid. My teammates have been doing a fantastic job as well, and somehow we've already got the countdown. It looks like Gene has got super there. Unfortunately, the surge goes down. Maybe we can get some good damage. Nice. You've seen that killer on the Gene. That is definitely going to give us a lot more pressure. Surge should be able to get the kill here. Tara super might be able to do the work as well. Nice. Okay, finally. I was hoping my teammate would actually let me pick up one of those gems, but it doesn't really matter. We should be able to see this one out. So again, we're going to pop the gadget. That should give us enough room to just absolutely shred anyone in our sight. So Lola, I just think she just shreds people so quickly in this meta, and people don't realize she could secretly be like a top 10 brawler in my eyes easily. So a lot of maps she's strong on, you know, hot zone in general, every single map you can play her in. Same goes with heist as well. As I mentioned, gem grab mid, I even seen her used on double swoosh with the vision gear. You know, vision gear with Lola is pretty insane as well. But anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know who you think is secretly insane in the meta with so many brawlers in the game. Of course, some of them are going to be pretty underlooked. I'm trying to think of some other ones off the top of my head as well. I think most of them are pretty noted. You know, Colette, I tend to feel like she comes and goes out of meta as well. We've been having some really good fun with Colette recently, and any other brawlers maybe like Bonnie's pretty secretly overpowered. That's probably it for now, but that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.